G'day Australia, Korum from Audiocom Online and Universal Fuse. How's it going today? I want to show you a very cool little pack that we do to help you DIY an amplifier upgrade in most cars, most Aussie cars. We have a plug and play solution to help you DIY an existing amplifier that you have or one of our great amplifier packs. We have heaps in stock. And this will take a conventional amplifier, something like one of these great MTX 4-channel amps, and give you a plug-and-play solution into your car without you having to chop or modify any of the factory wiring. So let's say you've got a 2019 Hilux and you've got an existing amplifier that you want to put in, and you don't quite know how to wire it into the car, you don't want to chop up the harness. We've got a plug-and-play solution that lets you integrate the amplifier very easily without making a mess of the car's original wiring. Let me talk you through it. So the first one here, the first key step of the process is something called an interceptor T-harness, and it's this little guy. Now this particular one is for a VE Commodore, and what it does is you unplug the plug from the existing factory VE Commodore head unit, pop it out, and then this will go in its place, and then the original plug plugs into here. Now what it does is it intercepts the speaker signals coming out of the factory head unit and runs them through this awesome little filter, which turns them into an RCA line level output. Those RCA line level outputs then run through this very nice pre-loomed, sexy little loomed up wiring harness through to where you would connect your amplifier, and they're all labeled front, left, rear, right, all of that. And then there's a bunch of pre-labeled speaker connectors as well. So these will plug into all the RCA connectors on your amplifier on this side. And then these speaker wires, which are all labeled corresponding, will plug into the speaker output side on your amplifier, wherever that is. And then they'll run that new amplified powered signal will run all the way back through the harness and plug back into the interceptor harness, which plugs back into the car's harness, which is then giving you the amplified output from your amp going into the car's wiring without having to have modified or cut any of the car's factory wiring. So I'll just repeat that. This interceptor harness intercepts your car's original wiring, converts the speaker output from the factory head unit to RCA output, which connects to your amp, and then the amplified speaker output comes back through the harness and into the interceptor harness to power your speakers using all the factory wiring without having to chop up or modify any of the factory wiring. This is appropriate for amplifiers up to about 60, 70 watts RMS. That's quite fun to run through these sorts of connectors and in through your car's factory wiring without replacing or upgrading the factory wiring. If you're running an amplifier over 80 watts RMS, we would recommend maybe running new speaker wires from the amplifier direct to the crossovers or direct to the speakers, because that's a lot of extra current, and that current gets degraded a little bit when it's trying to go through all these extra little plug and play connectors. But we have these little kits available for almost any car. This is all the adapters for the different cars. There's quite a lot more available than what we have on the shelf in the storeroom. Heaps of different upgrade options available, and we can pair that little plug and play DIY package with any of our amplifiers in any of our brands. We've got Focal, JBL, Kenwood, Clarion, MTX, heaps of stuff up there. There's even a couple of Alpines kicking around, and we can pair up then the appropriate power cable kit. So you've got the big amps will need a 4-gauge kit, the smaller amps will need an 8-gauge kit, lots of different options there. So get in touch with us, audiocom.online, have a look at the packs. We've got a few packs pre-done up, or get in touch with the team and they'll put together a pack specific for your needs. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon, because you're going to subscribe so that you can see all of our upcoming videos and tips and tricks to DIY easier at home.